Right now on Special Stage Extra, it's time to get a bit nostalgic. Remember this place? Weston Park, last used in the 90s for, of course, the RAC rally, and now it's used for the Paintworks AGBO stages. We're here for all the action. The stages are set. As you can see, a great entry lined up for you. Two-wheel drive cars only today. Let's head to the first loop of stages now. It would be an ideal start for Oliver and Ben Davies. The pair take an early 8-second lead of the event after stage 3. Oliver, that's some pace even into the finish there. Having a good day?
Yeah, having a good day. Having a good day, very fast out there, as you can see by my brakes.
Perfect conditions as well for a bit of fun.
Conditions, definitely.
Cheers. For Paul Evans and Ashley Trimble, it will be second place for now. Tyre choice was the talk of the day for this pair. Paul, you happy with things out there?
Yeah, I think we're second overall. Dropped a little bit of time with Oliver on the second stage, about 3 seconds, but clipped a hay bale. But that was a fast stage there, so it'll be interesting to see what times we've all done there. But.
And the short stages meant things were close at the top, with Roger Moran and Joy Hoyle lying third at this stage, just 5 seconds behind Evans. Roger, how's the pace? How's the car?
Good, yeah, quick. Yeah, it's good. Good.
Everything running okay?
Very good, I love that stage.
Neil Weaver and James Bailey will be the first of the Darians to break up the escorts, lying in 4th overall at the moment and leading Class C. A little bit of hay in the front grille means you're trying hard, does it?
No, someone took the bale out and we had to go over the bale, so I thought I won't go around it.
Other than that, are you trying hard?
Yeah, it's alright. We're just a bit down on power, but we're having a good time, so it's just get to the finish really and get the
fantastic looking machine.
Yeah, it's good, it's good. Just need some more grunt.
Second in that class were Mellier and Lowry Evans, the escort pair just 5 seconds behind Weaver. Another Evans in an escort, they're everywhere. How's your story?
Very good. Yeah, we're going well at the minute. It's the first time for Lodi, well, second time in the car, so we're looking for it. It's going good.
Good conditions for you today?
Oh, it's brilliant. We haven't got quite the power the boys in front have, but you know, we're keeping up, so yeah, it's going right. Interesting.
Gareth Richards and Heather Gilmore would be the second of the Darians in the top of the results. 6th at this stage, just 3 seconds back from Evans. And Julian Jones and Mickey Herritz end this loop in 7th. Probably a little off the pace they would have wanted, and for now, it was 3rd in Class C. Di Davies and Rich Jones make a great start to the event, but a spin on stage 3 would lose the pair some time and see them drop back a few places to 8th. The BMW pair would spend the morning battling with fellow North Wales crew Matthew Roberts and Elliot Williams, the smaller car having a good advantage on these stages to lie in 9th overall and 1st in Class B. And rounding out the top 10 were Martin Williams and Tim Hobbs, the escort pair lying 4th in the Class C battle. In some of the classes outside the top 10 then, it will be 12th overall for Di Roberts and Max Freeman, the pair lying 2nd in Class B behind Roberts in the Saxo. And it will be just 3 seconds back to 3rd in the class, Rick Neal and Paul Layfield, the pair close going into the next loop of stages. For Reese and Cadog Davies, it will be the Class A lead, and they have a good advantage in that position as well, in 18th overall. Their closest rival will be down in 32nd place, Andrew Saunders and Steve Griffin taking their 2nd in class at this stage, although still only 25 seconds behind the leaders. And it will be a little closer for 3rd, 12 seconds separating Ian Hambleton and Andrew Holland from those ahead in Class A. So 3 stages down then, the results are looking like this. On to the next few stages then here at Weston Park, and no change in the lead for Oliver and Ben Davies, the previous winners extending that lead slightly to 10 seconds. And it would still be 2nd for Paul Evans and Ashley Trimble. A stall on one of the hairpins was enough to lose a significant amount of any time already gained though. No change for Roger Moran and Joy Hoyle as they remain 3rd, but the difference to 2nd place Evans was now only a single second. Neil Weaver and James Bailey were still having a good run here, 4th overall at this stage, and continuing to lead the battle in Class C. And the lead in that class was over this pair, Mellier and Lowry Evans, 2nd in Class C and 5th overall for the escort pair. No change for Gareth Richards and Heather Gilmore, they remain in 6th and trail the Class D battle up at the front. Julian Jones and Mickey Herritz, meanwhile, are unable to claim any time in this loop of stages to remain where they finished this morning. Trying to recover from their earlier spin, Di Davies and Rich Jones were setting some good times now, but unfortunately not enough to change things just yet. And indeed it would still be 9th overall for Matthew Roberts and Elliot Williams. The gap to Davies growing slightly to 4 seconds, but their Class B lead was safe. Matthew, these stages seem to suit this thing.
They do, to a point where we just run out of revs, run out of puff at a certain point, but it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like being on the lanes in Ireland when you get off the farm section. It's amazing. It's awesome.
And change in 10th place as we see Lee Edwards and Mike Roberts climb up a position in these stages to round out the top 10 after stage 6. No change to 2nd in Class B though for Di Roberts and Max Freeman. They still lie in 12th place overall. And there will be no change at all in the times for 3rd in class. Rick Neal and Paul Layfield still holding that position and still with only 3 seconds difference. And things in Class A were looking good as well for Reese and Caddock Davies, remaining in the lead of that class. Quite a few Novas out today. Battle of the Novas.
Yeah, it's pretty intense with Sam and Bev in there. It's quite good.
Going well?
Yeah, just spent something now, I think, so have a look in service.
Well, there you go and have a look.
Right, thank you very much.
Andrew Saunders and Steve Griffin remain 2nd in the class. Not much change in the pace between themselves and 3rd place. That 3rd place still occupied here by Ian Hambleton and Andrew Holland. 3rd in the class and still around half a minute back from Saunders. So with 6 of 10 stages complete here at Weston Park, the results look like this. On to the final stages of the rally then, and it will be an enjoyable weekend for Brandon Leonard and Chris Sheridan. The occasional outing for the pair going well as they finish the event in 62nd on the leaderboard. No change in the Class A battle for Ian Hambleton and Andrew Holland. They end the event in 40th overall and of course take 3rd in class. It will be a frustrating weekend for Barry Grant and Emir Hall, feeling the car was lacking in power compared to some of them in the class, and the dry stages were not providing the leveller that they could have done with. Andrew Saunders and Steve Griffin have a good clean run all weekend to take home 2nd in Class A. A good result for the pair in 31st overall. Steve North and John Pickervan spend the day getting used to the car, the stage times getting faster as the day went on, but a few mistakes along the way meant that 28th was the best that they could have hoped for this time round. Reese and Caddock Davies get to the finish with the Class A lead that they'd held all day, well ahead in that class as the pair finish in 19th on the leaderboard. Unfortunately for Di Roberts and Max Freeman, they would lose their 2nd in class in these stages. Having held that all day, the pair eventually take 3rd in Class B after the final few miles. Roberts would be beaten to that 2nd place by this man, Rick Neal, with Paul Layfield alongside. The pair hadn't been more than a few seconds apart all day. These final stages see Lee Edwards slip from that 10th place, and David Wright and Steve Pugh move up to round out the top 10 now. Matthew Roberts and Elliot Williams are unable to gain any time in their Saxo. They reach the finish in 9th overall and of course take the Class B win. Di Davies and Rich Jones manage to avoid any further drama. The pace increasing as well towards the end of the day. They take 8th overall, a great improvement on their seeding of 23rd. Unfortunately for Gareth Richards and Heather Gilmore, they would slip down a place in these stages, ending the event in 7th overall. But that would of course be good news for Julian Jones and Mickey Herritz. The pair gain a place to take 6th and also take 3rd in Class C. No change though for Melia and Larry Evans, the pair taking 5th overall and 2nd in Class C in that fantastic looking escort. Neil Weaver and James Bailey have a good steady run this weekend to take 4th. The times had started to get further apart towards the end of the rally, but the pace had certainly been good all day. Sadly for Paul Evans and Ashley Trimble, there will be a last minute change as they lose that 2nd place that they'd held all day, finishing the rally in 3rd. But that does mean that Roger Moran and Joy Hoyle just beat Evans to that 2nd place in the final stages of the rally. 3 seconds the difference at the close of the final stage, and it could have gone either way, as you've seen. But taking victory after leading all day were previous winners Oliver and Ben Davies, 5 times winners here at Weston Park. The battle was close though, the difference only 4 seconds as they crossed the finish line. Oliver, Ben, 10 stages just, and you come out on top. Great result.
Great result, yeah.
Enjoyed today?
Very much so. Other than a clutch problem all day, I've enjoyed it.
Oh, he was quite confident coming into that final stage that there's no chance he was getting 7 seconds taken out of you.
No, definitely not. I think she definitely had death then on that last stage. Been a good day. I think we've led it most of the day, so drive it very well. Yeah, very pleased.
Well done, guys. 2015 AGBO Rally winners.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
5 times now. 5 times.
It's a record worth keeping.
It is, yeah. Lovely. I might retire now.
Here's a reminder of the overall results. There's a reason that this rally attracts maximum entries, 10 special stages, another split or emerging site, and of course back on a stately home venue that is reminiscent of the old RAC days. My first visit to the AGBO stages, I'll tell you what, I'll be back, and I'm sure a lot of the guys here today will be, particularly Oliver Davies, of course. Great event, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode as well, of course, featuring the Roskirk stages as well. We'll be back a week on Wednesday for more top UK Club Rally action on Special Stage Extra. We'll see you then.
Five right slots in and 6 right continued over clear.